Nongshim peaked really early in the year. You think of teams that we have over here like Thunder Talk and like NIP who peaked really early on. That's kind of been the same story that Nongshim have had. I mean, they had a really difficult stretch when they were playing against all the great LCK teams. They went 2-22, I think. Might have been 2-24. I don't remember the exact number. 2-24 in Legend Group. Gen G, HLE, T1, and KT played them all in best of threes. 12 best of threes. They went 2-24. That's, you want to know, I know how bad doing that something like that is. I do. Back in the day, I'm an old head. I'm 30 years old. I played game battles on the Xbox. For those who do not know, it was a website. It was early eSports, essentially. It was a website where you could team up with your friends that you pub stomp people with in Call of Duty and go play in actual matches. And there was a ladder and everything, and if you got to a certain point of the ladder, you'd get money and stuff like that. We played 39 games, Bloxxer. We went 3-36. We were pub stompers and we stunk. And you know how bad it was? We were like, guys, we cannot do this again. We're gonna all forget that this ever happened. These guys are professional players. They can't just forget that that ever happened.
No, this is on your record forever. And it's got to weigh a little bit heavy, right? Especially at this moment when you're facing off against a BFX squad that you've come face-to-face with a lot, and most recently knocked you out of any hope of qualifying for Worlds, for getting to that final dance where maybe they could have made it all the way through, right? This has got to feel real rough, and to be on the ropes right now already, that's quite a tough situation to be put into. They decide to go towards the Taliyah as the first pick. Again, something that Kalix has been very comfortable on, but also that he can carry on. Yes, I'm very happy to see this one. I'm now very much wondering what it is that VicLa's going to decide to play, because he's had basically every single one of his champions taken away by his team in this game.
We're going to see Smolder come through here, so you know, we need a little bit of early punch here for Nongshim, or else we're just going to sit back and relax. I like this Alistar pick. It's not great into Trundle because of the ultimate. However, if you are just trying to play keep away and buy some time for your team to be able to front to back, I think that there are applications here, Bloxxer.
Absolutely, and you don't really think of VicLa as a particularly, oh, he's going to take away the Silas in this game, and now we can't play this composition out. That's not really VicLa's bag. He's very much been about these more control mages in the mid lane, has not been playing too impressively for the majority as well. Is just going to go towards the Ahri, yep, something a little bit more within his wheelhouse. It worked perfectly well into this Taliyah, can follow the roams quite quickly too, so this could be something fun, and I think also you've got to think about just how good the Trundle is at early ganking. You pair that up alongside a roaming Ahri, and you can make these side lane plays work very effectively.
Yeah, they're really going to have to attack Jiwoo this game to set him behind early and make life really hard on the Smolder. Make it so he's not able to stack effectively, that you're going to have to wait, you know, a long time, maybe 25 minutes before he finally gets those stacks. Make sure he doesn't have the gold to have these items to really take advantage of those stacks. Second half of bans coming through. We're seeing a Kellin ban come out, a champion that you know, has been picked sometimes but not really seen as you know, whenever I want to play Caitlyn, it's always a great time. I like Caitlyn as a champion. Whenever I have to play against Caitlyn, I absolutely hate everything in the world. So if I was Nongshim, I would also want to ban that one too.
Makes a lot of sense, and the Rakan as well going to go off of the board, something that Kellin has really liked to grab for himself. So are we going to get that ADC counter pick coming through that we've seen relatively often, or is it going to be something a little bit different? In terms of things that he really likes to play, the Kai'Sa is something that we've seen a lot of Diable play for, and that has looked really good, although I think you are in a sort of play composition where you can have a bit more of a chill time if you want to sit back on something like the Jinx on the Jhin. Although
Kai'Sa, though.
Yeah, you could, or the Zeri. That was going to be the other thing to say. The Zeri is the sort of champion where you scale super well, but also you can get aggressive a little bit earlier on, and we've seen it as something that Diable absolutely loves. It's very much his kind of champion.
Gonna try to go ban for ban with Jiwoo here, unless that's a Smolder top. Who knows? I have my doubts, but that would be fun. That would mean that Nongshim is might be waving the white flag though. To be honest with you, but who knows? We might see Smolder in the top side regardless. With the advent of lane swaps, Vladimir is going to be the lock-in. Okay. I have not seen a Vlad played professionally since Flandra did it earlier in the year. I think he did it as an Aurora counter early on in the top lane, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, it's been a really long time since I've seen a Vladimir at this
That was
level,
lane swap split. Like, even.
Yeah, like, it was a while ago. And they're going to grab themselves
what,
the Kiana
okay,
too.
what are we doing?
What are we doing? I can answer that question, Yanni. I can answer that question. Nongshim are throwing everything that they have left at the dartboard because this is them done for a while. Like we've been saying, right? You get knocked out here, you're done pretty much for the entirety of the rest of the year. And so, hey, throw what you've got remaining out. It is going to be the Lulu to round things out. Kellin, more of an engaged support player than an enchanter player, but his Lulu has still been fine, and it works really well in this composition. BFX, I would say they have a composition, and Nongshim are throwing dartboards at a wall.
They're throwing the full dartboard. They're not even throwing the darts. They're throwing the full dartboard. They're like, we don't care anymore. We're throwing everything out the window. Man, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think Lulu is phenomenal here, too. I mean, this champion is just inherently super good, right? I mean, it is so good, just in general. But against this particular Nongshim team, when you can go and buff up your Zeri, I mean, why wouldn't you just slam it here? This is an 80 carries dream. And honestly, if you're a support player, you know, not having to make a lot of big ticket decisions is also good. You saw the coaching staff leave the room. So this room looks uncanny. There's nothing on the walls.
Are they
it's just white.
In the back rooms?
They might be playing posters? In the back rooms.
Like,
dude, where's the almond water at? Did they have it anywhere? They're gonna be in trouble. I'm up to date on my backrooms lore. I'm a backrooms enjoyer for sure. As we'll see if Nongshim are able to escape the back rooms with this composition, with the way things have been lately. Not sure if they're going to be able to find their way out, Bloxxer.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a very strong BFX roster on a roll, and Nongshim that hasn't really been able to put the right foot forwards quite yet. Still, I like the fact that they've got Kalix on something he can carry on. I like the fact that GIDEON as well has got something aggressive. The Qiyana's been really strong. Yeah, it's not the full strength Qiyana that we saw, but it hasn't been completely gutted. This tournament isn't played on full life patch.
Where's Godguo? Oh, Jesus, what's going on? All right, well, Jiwoo already half HP, but sorry. Yeah, where's Godguo? Godless Guo. Where is he?
He's abandoned us.
God has abandoned us, but we will enjoy it. I think that's what Nongshim is feeling right now.
Yep, absolutely. And hey, for BFX, a date with D+ may feel a little bit similar too. Still, they are on the verge of making what could have been a 6-game day for them into a potential 4-game day. Very impressive look so far. We'll track through where these junglers are going to be starting and also where the ADCs are. Once again, Nongshim, they are going to go for this little bit of a roam around. They're going to put Jiwoo up into the top lane. I do like that for them in this combo.
Yeah, this is going to benefit Nongshim pretty well early on, provided that Nongshim doesn't actually just, like, somehow lose this 2v2. I mean, like, you're not going to win the 2v2, right? But, like, you just need to not die, and you'll be okay. And, Lehends not really doing the greatest job of that. Didn't do it in the first game, and is certainly not doing it here to start off in the second game.
Nope. At this point, it's just huge chunks of damage already coming out of the health bars of the Nongshim members. What we need to see, really, is that you're able to just survive early on as Jiwoo, able to keep things going along enough. You have got your jungler starting on the right side of the map.
I like that.
Already getting chunked down. I love this.
Yeah, delay the Alistar a little bit.
Yeah, he's still not able to go back.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, Kingen is alone. But they're just going to go in between waves here. And Lehends has to back again. This is really nice job here by Kellin using help picks plus the glitter lands to just force Lehends to keep backing up. No greedy recalls.
Yeah, and this is the reason that I think we both really were happy to see this Lulu be locked in. It's an amazing defensive tool, of course, right? The wild growth is excellent to just help survive, keep someone alive that has gone a little bit too far in. But also, this champion deals a ridiculous amount of damage early on and could just be so annoying to try to lane into.
I think the really worrisome thing is take a look at Lehends' experience bar. There is none. He is true level 1 with 0 experience. This means that for some of these early fights, he's going to be behind the curve, and an Alistar who's not going to have level 6 for one of these major fights later on is going to be a big deal.
Absolutely, and just pushing people behind as well. It's got to feel good for BFX. They have had themselves such a nice day already that already getting yourself into a dominant position, not having to fight from a deficit as they have had to do quite often.
Are we diving?
I think they are.
Okay. Yeah, we're going for it. Kingen going to get Polymorph Fury, flashes away. Kellin taking 2 shots and surviving. And Kingen is down. It's first blood going over to guess who? Diable.
Really well executed dive there as well. Kellin starts it off with the polymorph, so there's absolutely nothing that you can do as Kingen, and then just tanks up as many tower shots as he can. Incredibly well executed, clean dive there from the BFX squad. And now GIDEON as well, going to get forced away from this scuttle crab. Isn't going to be able to grab that double scuttle either. And like you said, the gold going to Diable is exactly what you would have wanted.
It just feels like it's just how the matchup goes, as a wise AD carry player would say. It just feels like it's a scheduled loss for Nongshim, right? I hate to say it this early, but it just feels like there's no fight here. There's no willingness to try and go and get revenge on these guys who ended your season early. You had a chance to at least go and potentially fight for Worlds. You knew that it was probably going to be unlikely, but I mean, you go in and, you know, you are the best team coming out of the worst team coming out of the Legend group, right? But, you know, presumably better than these Rise teams of D plus Kia, BNK FEARX, and OK Brion, right? But you come in here, you win against Brion, you go 3-2, then you get skunked by BNK, and then you get 3-0'd by D plus Kia. Like, that's how Big D derailed your season. You could have been playing more League that actually meant something.
Yes.
And now you have a chance to go and right your wrongs and feel better about yourselves and go and beat these guys, and you just you play this comp. I don't know. I would care more about this if I were them.
It just feels unfortunate. I mean, you get to at least walk away and say, hey, hang on, Kalix might get caught out right here. No,
he gets to walk away and just say, hey.
Okay. Okay, good, good. You at least get to say, at the end of this, we are better, we're all better than any of the LPL teams. We are better than them. And the APAC teams, obviously, but people were less surprised about that one. But being the worst...
All right, here we go. They're going to at least try to make a play down here, and it looks like it's going to be successful. Kellin is going to fall. Kalix on this Talia that he's so good at making his first play.
No flash there onto Kellin meant that was pretty much a guaranteed play. Well done from Nongshim to be able to get themselves down into that lane. Use that extra roaming power that you've got on Kalix to really just move around the map, stress onto the BFX members to make sure they've constantly got their vision up, constantly know where their opponents are at. All of that is happening though. Raptor is going to be able to take down this initial Drake. It's going to be an Infernal Drake, again, another one that you like to grab early on as an individual. A little bit of extra on your damage is always going to be nice. And this early game, it starts off well for BFX, but Nongshim, they're able to pull it back just a little bit. I think the thing that worries me just a tad here for BFX is the fact that it actually has been a very chill early laning phase for Jiwoo. He's been able to farm up slowly but surely, you know, hasn't got a massive lead or anything, but wasn't put under any threat because of that lane swap.
Well, you also have the same for Diable on the other side, right? I mean, we talked about how this champion, this Zeri, does have a little bit more impact early on. Obviously, Jiwoo, you know, Mom can come through and really do a lot, as Diable used his barrier there to avoid most of the damage on the turret shot. But see, he's going after Kellin here. I really liked this play, as Diable's out of mana and Jiwoo was winning the 2v1. Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Yeah, he seems to be chilling right now, although we say that at the moment
party's over.
We pan over to see everybody on their way down.
Mom comes through, 1 minion left, but Jiwoo dodges out. No, he got caught there, but they're not able to finish him off.
No!
And he killed Diable. Oh, wait, hold on. Kingen, he's going to heal up a little bit up here. Clear. It's a little low on mana. Here comes GIDEON to try to get his buddy out of there. Now he's going to go after Clear. Clear had already flashed and got caught. And Nongshim, wait a minute, they might have some fight left in them.
There we go, that's not anywhere near as well executed of a dive from BFX, and unfortunately in the top side, Clear flashes along the wall. You have to flash away from the wolves while still going back towards your tower to get out alive. Nope, is just going to get caught by that supreme display of talent, and that's going to be a couple kills going on over, and look where the kill gold is. You've got a kill onto that Vladimir, and 2 kills into the back pocket of this Smolder.
And now these grubs are going to be able to be taken by Nongshim. That could be very valuable, as the charm will go on to Jiwoo. VicLa doesn't really have anywhere to go. There will be 1 grub going the way of Nongshim, but BFX shows up and elects to take it away. And they're very good for BFX. You know, the Trundle will be able to make great usage out of these grubs, as VicLa is getting chased down by Lehends. He's going to charm Lehends, get out of vision. So headbutt pulverize. He doesn't have ignite. He might be able to stun VicLa. One more auto. VicLa flashes away, and Lehends forced to burn his heal.
Ooh, pretty close to that being another potential kill going back over to the side you're not really trying to make happen. Alright, though. He is able to walk this one away. No heal, no flash onto Lehends right now. Although, of course, does still have the spellbook, so we'll see what he's going to grab for himself next. We haven't really got to see any proper team fights yet. The early Drake was sort of just taken. The early Grubs was just a little bit traded back and forth. Nothing too much happening there. Jiwoo getting flanked here.
Okay, yeah, Jiwoo was in big trouble. Mom going to come through, heal him up a little bit. VicLa's got to get close. Wow. He face planted.
Oof, that's a little bit unfortunate right there. Not exactly what we were hoping.
That's Vic LTA right there. I know he was an
Mm.
LCS at the time, but
It's a better joke.
it
if
still
it's
counts.
LTA.
It still counts.
Hey, so the LTA's got to be better for something, right?
No, actually no.
No, that's fair. No, absolutely not.
No, we don't. This is the last time we're going to ever mention the LTA.
Oh, what joy that is going to be. Alrighty, looking back into this game, it is going to be a little bit of an engage actually from Lehends onto VicLa. No flash,
Once
no
again.
ulti.
Oh, he's dead. Kalix is showing up, saying, "Hey, we are going to kill this guy." Kalix once again making a play, and Nongshim are rolling over BFX right now early on.
Yeah, I mean, early,
must have heard
this
me.
game has been great. And yeah, we were like, oh, this game's done and dusted. You've already gotten a kill over to Diable. Who cares? This one's probably going to be a nice 2-0. Now, that could still be the case. We've spoken multiple times about how BFX are pretty bad when it comes to their early map rotations, get caught out quite a lot. And then at some point, 15 to 22 minutes into the game, Diable really just turns it back on. You find a couple big engages from Kellin, potentially, from Raptor, and things can just all of a sudden explode into their favor.
All right, he's already used his pool. Diable is on the way here. Jet Set radios over the wall,
Goodbye.
and Raptor's going to get the kill. It is a clean dive for BFX.
Really well executed there. Again, so Kingen has kind of been the weak link, the member that you can try to dive onto and get things going on through. It is going to be traded back with this tower down in the bottom side of the map, and that one is going to keep things, I think, yeah, over to Nongshim for those feats, so the extra boots are going to be available to them. That could be useful, you know, a little bit of extra magic resist potentially could be nice.
Dragon gonna go over here to Nongshim. Doesn't look like we'll see any contest because everybody's coming out of base. So they will split the Dragons at one apiece. As with the lead that they've built, we appear to be in the Smolder waiting room. He's just got over no, he's still at 99 stacks. I thought he was gonna be at 100 there. Oh yeah, no, he's at 103. Okay, it was a bit of a late delay on updating the stacks. So 103 stacks right now. Just before 12 minutes is not the worst place to be, and maybe we'll start to see some chickens given over to him.
Yeah, potentially. You really do want to get this Smolder stacked up and online as quickly as possible. It's going to be a big win condition, although still, the rest of the Nongshim comp has been working out for them decently well. There's Kiana as well, going to be critical. Once you're trying to play around these fights in these smaller choke points about these objectives, that's where this Kiana can just pop off. The supreme display of talent, so frustrating to try to play against, and if you get a big one off onto multiple members, that can be huge.
Yeah, that is a fight warping, a game warping ultimate when it's good. Well, we'll see if Gideon's going to have any of those. He's 1-0-1. He's got his Profane Hydra. You know, he's going to have quite a bit of damage, and he's up quite a bit of camps on Raptor as well, who, you know, has made a couple of plays, but overall has not been, you know, chopping everything up like you'd expect a Trundle to do.
Yeah, and the early ganks haven't been anywhere near as effective either. A couple dives that have been nice, and that is good. But still, Trundle, I think, one of the most effective gankers in the game, especially when you can pair up alongside an Ahri for an extra charm. You've got plenty of CC in all of these lanes as well, so you could have gone to them, tried to get something going. Instead, just be more interested in trying to stay even in terms of farm. It is a pretty tricky thing to do. The Kiana can just rip through the jungle, as we have seen. But now, with that Trinity Force completed, is going to be in a nice spot if you can find a member to hit onto. You also talked about how that ulti can be very useful, taking away any of those tanky stats from Lehends. Mid-team fight can be great.
Minute and 30 seconds, a little bit less until the Herald is up as we're going to go target out Kalix here. Nice flash there on the charm. VicLa's going to take another turret shot, but they managed to make the dive happen. Flashes away, but Gideon shows up and is going to turn this one right around on a BFX. Raptor has nowhere to go except back to his base. It is a double kill for Gideon. Clear is just going to be farm stacks for Jiwoo here, as he's going to get more and more and more every time he hits him with abilities.
Oh my. I mean, how many has he gotten off of this? Just one kill as well. The actually kill gold itself is going to go over to Kingen, so maybe that's not quite the ideal. Still, that's now going to be 2 kills onto the Vladimir, 3 onto this Kiana, and this game is going incredibly well here for Nongshim.
And the worst part, and something we didn't talk about, is that how are you going to get to Jiwoo? You don't have any targeted CC for him, not like a Nautilus or anything, you know. I figured that, hey, well, VicLa will be strong enough that he'll be able to just dash to the backside. He can charm Jiwoo, and it's not going to be a problem. Well, we've seen a lot of problems every time VicLa's tried to make a play. It's generally not come without punishment.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, this was always going to be a little bit tough, right? You're playing into the Talia, who can roam across the map a little bit faster, can also just put down that unraveled earth and stop a lot of those dashes from coming on through. It's tough to play out. That being said, though, just constantly getting followed around the map is something you can avoid through just better macro play, but that is something BFX have struggled with, right? This is a young roster.
Herald started up. Lehends getting beat up by Raptor. He's going to head over to Diable and pop his ultimate, trying to get away. Mom coming through, doing a little bit of damage. Here comes Vladimir looking for Diable. Here comes Kalix as well. Raptor forced away. Clear with the big ultimate. Kingen healing up, but he's still upright. Diable gets his kill. Here comes VicLa. They're looking for the big turn, and here it is. Their time to shine. Diable able to walk away, trying to dodge out on the rocks, and BFX find their fight. Their 80 carry, their stud, finds his triple.
There we go, and the charm gonna land as well.
That's an ace!
Okay, and this is what we were saying, Yanni. This is what we were highlighting. This team, as long as they're not down by 27,000 gold and every objective under the sun at 15 minutes, they can just find that fight, and they do it again. This team are never down and out. You cannot count them as put away until the Nexus explodes. And this play, it's just so well executed from BFX, and it's overextension from Nongshim. They are just pushing way too far forwards, and they're so split. One by one, they walk on in, and nobody's able to actually catch onto any of the key members.
Diable properly waiting, killing Lehends as he gets close to him, and now over on the side, Kalix is like, oh, where do I go? Do I ignore the 80 carry? And Diable, aggressive flash forward when Kalix had looked him off. That's how he's able to live on such little HP. Absolutely ridiculous. They cannot keep getting away with this, Bloxxer.
Apparently they can, Yanni. Apparently they just do keep getting away with this. It's going to be really interesting to see if BFX do go on, if they're actually able to pick up a win here versus D+, because D+ have also had their number the entirety of this year. It's been a rough time for them, so hey, can they? Maybe. It would be very exciting to see. BFX, they're also going to turn around and grab themselves their second Drake of the game. Hextech Soul is on the way. A great soul to be able to grab, especially on a Zeri. Zeri with Hextech Soul is just so oppressive.
Couple of ultimates on the side of BFX burnt, and that means the dragon is theirs, and things looking mighty fine now. A 1,400 gold lead in the bot lane for the 80 carry. 700 overall, we'll call it, as Herald is going to come in and get a crash and take that mid turret as well. There'll just be more gold going over to BFX. So Raptor going to claim that one, and now he's on gold parity. 3-1-4. Remember, he had a bit of a slower game, and while he's still down in camps, the gold department is even.
Yeah, he's been able to just keep up, and he had a critical pillar during that team fight that locked Lehends in and made it so that team fight was totally winnable for BFX, and his teammates managed to capitalize upon that. If he's able to keep this one up, Raptor is on for a very nice game indeed. Also, that's now going to be 2 items completed for Diable. He's going to start working on getting that eye edge into his back pocket, and at that point, I mean, what a rough time it is going to be to try to deal with this guy.
Oh, Gideon takes a big chunk there, and he's going to go in. Double stun coming through. Don't tell me. All right, he does this. No, he dies. Did Raptor killed him with red buff?
It must have been, right? The last little
I didn't even know that
extra
Raptor
hits.
actually tagged him with anything that was red, that was
He
applied to
must
the red
have
buff. All
weaved
right.
one auto attack on
He got
in
it.
there. Yeah,
That's crazy. Imagine taking the portal, going in, throwing everything you have, burning your flash, and still dying. Tough. Just feels like things maybe have gotten
Diable.
away.
What is
oh,
he
yeah,
doing?
he is caught. The rest of his team is
Is
out
he?
there to save. Oh,
Is he?
He got the Lulu ultimate. He's just that crazy. He knew his team was going to show up. An active in play turns into a not in because his team saves the day. He gets another triple kill, man. What more can you say about this kid? He does not care. He is the honey badger of the LCK.
This kid is insane. Rookie of the split for a reason. Rookie of the year for a reason. And he is popping off right here on the international stage. Just such an impressive player to watch. If you are like me and you watched a lot of the LPL this split, but, you know, only tuned into some of the bigger matches for the LCK, weren't able to tune into everything that they had going on, then you didn't know so much about this guy. Well, I hope that you're learning his name, because boy is he going to be fun to watch for the next few years.
This guy is putting on a show here at ASI. 7-1-2. Let's take a look at this replay. God, they're like, hey, we have him. This guy, I don't know, what's their AD carry doing? He's dead on my screen. He's dead on my screen. Guy, wait, hold on. I'm dead on my screen.
Yep. And we've got to keep giving so much credit to Kellin. Hang on, team fight.
Hang on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Oh, look, avert your eyes. Look away if you're a Nongshim fan. VicLa coming through, trying to finish him off, but he can't, but he finds the charm. Jiwoo forced to flash away, but you can't escape Raptor. He flashes the wall. He takes a bite out of crime, and he finds himself a double kill. Now he's got to escape Kingen, though. Turret shots, not enough to actually kill him.
He's rolling right there.
Godguo knows.
Godguo knows.
Firmly.
Godguo.
It's not even close. He's on that wall. He said, wall to wall, BFX in 2.
Hell yeah, he knows what's up. We missed the start of this fight, so let's have a look back at what began it. Good flash timing right there out of Diable. Man has the faster fingers as well, then straight over the wall. The second that initial engage misses, I think everybody here watching knows exactly what's about to happen. This man doesn't know the meaning of going back, of letting a fight happen to him. Nah, steps forwards. But still, Raptor, again, we were highlighting him earlier. What an impressive game he's been able to have on this Trundle 2. Quiet during the early game, but the second that 15 minutes hit, both him and Diable just came alive.
These damn Zoomers, man. Diable is just going crazy. But yeah, Raptor certainly having a game for himself. Having getting a little bit of shine in that last fight as well. And now they're going to try to target out Kalix here. He's been slowed up, caught with another charm. VicLa was missing so many of them earlier, but it feels like he's locked on. Drew 11, get on this man. There might be a problem. Check him PC.
Mid game turning on your aimbot would be crazy.
He's toggling.
What's more likely is that VicLa, hey, he's feeling himself. The rest of the team coming alive too. That's actually going to be the Bloodthirster completed, not the Eye Edge as the next pickup for Diable. He wants to be able to survive in and amongst all of the members of Nongshim for even longer. And this game feels like it's almost as good as done. Nongshim, they're going to have to find a bit of a miracle to get back into this one.
A bit. They're going to need a large miracle.
Major miracle.
This is what we said what could potentially be a problem, right? You know, Smolder at this point in time is fully stacked. It's 22.5 minutes. But look at his items. He's got 2 items. He was able to get a couple of kills early. He was able to, you know, pick up an assist. The CS is fine. But again, we were wondering, like, oh, is there going to come a point in time where he's on 2 items, and then you take a look, and you look at the other side and say, uh-oh, Diable's got a 4K gold lead again. And that's exactly what happened.
Every single time. It feels like you cannot put this man far enough into a hole ever.
VicLa?
VicLa, you might be able to put into a hole.
Okay, yeah, Vic. Oh, wait. Is he alive?
Never mind.
Oh my God,
Wait.
He got the speed up from the Foxfire, and now Nongshim is dead. This is unfortunate for them. Kellin doing what he can. Oh my God, it's just a 1v1. It's like, get him, Kellin. Get him. Run him down, Kellin. You better get this kill, Kellin. Okay. Raptors.
There we go. Still, it's going to be the kill. It's going to be 3 quick kills, and VicLa was able to get away. Every single thing that Nongshim are throwing at BFX, they are able to counter. And unfortunately, that's what happens when your stacked up Smolder is off. Farming red buff, taking these jungle camps right here. VicLa is getting chased back into his own base right now by Kingen, but I don't think that's really going to be the end of the world, because look at what the push is happening in the top lane. There's a decent shove in the mid lane too. Not going to be the base cracked open at this point, Yanni. You know, there's still a chance for Nongshim.
I mean, they do have good scaling. We have talked about that. They do have it. It's there. I just don't know if they're actually going to get it. Kingen's going to die again. It's only his 3rd death. Okay, oh, his 4th death. I'm sorry. I see the delay on, you know, the feed. A little delayed. My eyes, I'm old. You know, it happens.
Ooh.
Heck, I couldn't remember that Trundle existed a couple of fights ago. You know, this is what happens when you get old, Bloxxer. Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. What I can see very clearly in 4K currently is the fact that Diable has completed the 4th item, and that is going to be the eye edge that I thought was going to come a little bit earlier on. So he's going to be healing, he's going to be hitting like a truck. I think the next person to walk into this brush might be dead.
The next person on Nongshim specifically. Because I think if BFX walk into that, it's totally fine. Baron up in 15 seconds. It's going to be time to put Grandpa to bed. It's me. I'm Grandpa. I want to go to sleep after this one. Come on. It's time, BFX. Like, listen, this is a 10K gold lead. I'm going to call it like it is, man. Kalix, all right, he's up against the wall, and he's got nowhere to go. He flashes over to Gideon, actually. He did have one place to go. It's not productive, but he did have somewhere to go.
Yeah, he's at least not dead. Can potentially get back to base. Has the teleport available if they want to go and try to...
Oh, Kingen walking forward. Hold on. We throw everything at Diable, and he still lives somehow, man. But this time it's VicLa getting the shine. Triple kill. The quarter kill got stolen. We could have seen a potential penta, but Clear said, hey, listen, I wanna get a kill, man. 1-2 in 13. Listen, he's your scion. He deserved it. Let him get it. As
I think the Raptor wins this fight.
Yeah. Hold on. Supreme display of talent.
Okay. Good
the pillar slows him up. It's a very, very angry Trundle. Oh, Gideon dashes over the wall.
No.
And he escapes.
Hey,
or does he? Oh, no, the chase is on. The chase is on. Okay, Raptor. Where is Gideon?
The observers know that we don't care about
Hold
the game.
No. Wait. What are we doing? Hey, he's found him. He found him. Is he actually going to kill him? Can we go back to this? I want to see. I think he's going to get him. Chomp him. He got him. There we go.
Hey.
Good job. Well done. Good job there.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. What a
2-0.
game. What a series.
2-0.
2-0 right here from BFX. I mean, they have been on a roll today. We talked a little bit at the top of the day, like, hey, does playing these 2 games back-to-back hurt you? Are you going to be a little bit tired by the end? Well, I guess if you make it a 4-game set, it's less than a best of 5 can go to. Absolutely chilling right here from BNK FEARX. They are monsters, and I cannot wait to watch them play tomorrow versus D+.
That should be fun. I want to see a Diable Legacy series, perhaps. I would really like to see something like that come through. A dominating win. Hey, Jiwoo did some really good damage in those fights. He had a lot of good AoE, chunking people out for a while. But, I mean, the game just kind of passed him by. It felt like so many times things were happening, and Jiwoo just isn't around to try to help, try to force BFX away. And ultimately, in a 26-minute game, BFX won. And this was a game that, you know, after the start that was so good for BNK FEARX, Nongshim took a lead, and then we're like, hey, you know, Nongshim might be able to just ride this one out, take it home, and in the blink of an eye, like, this game just got way out of hand. It was that fight, that one fight that did it, that one ace up on the top side that just turned the game over, Bloxxer.
And it's every time from BFX. They're down, they're getting pushed around. Oh my god, you managed to kill Diable a couple of times. Everybody panic. No, don't panic. Just chill. I wouldn't be worried about this team until the Nexus literally explodes in front of your eyes, and even then, I feel like they could somehow come back from that one. This team are crazy at mounting a comeback, and it was this. We talked about how the pillar was critical. You see it right here. Lehends just gets caught for way too long, and then it's one by one. Lemmings off a cliff right here, just stepping up. Diable is just going to be able to take them all out, and it's such a rough situation to be in as Nongshim, because every time you get ahead, you just get pulled straight back down. It feels like BFX, they are excellent at just fighting in these scrappy situations.
And for Nongshim, a year that started out so well, that got progressively worse and worse and worse, ends with a whimper. They had a chance for a revenge tour to go beat the teams that beat up on them. You know, it was a golden opportunity to be able to do so, and in a tournament where, you know, obviously we've seen teams have some interesting picks, have certainly been in good spirits rather than super serious mode. Again, you know, these are professional League of Legends players. They do have a lot of pride. You can see it in any solo queue game that people have pride when they play this game. And just knowing that, you know, it's another loss on your record, another loss to end of the year, the bad taste in the mouth. I'm sure that at least a couple of Nongshim members, definitely a lot of Nongshim fans, are going to feel that exact way, Bloxxer. And for BNK FEARX, it's their time, baby. Let's go. They can go and get it done.
And this tournament, as much as we keep saying it's for fun, there's a lot of pride in a lot of these teams, as you've said. There's also some money on the line. There's some decent prize pool money coming through for the winners of this tournament too. So you really do want to be winning this one. To get into the finals is going to be huge. To get another shot up against D+ is going to be massive as well. And this is a D+ that have looked so strong. They were able to get out of their group. Not top of their group. They did lose to Weibo, so they were second. But once they got themselves into the playoffs, they've just been able to completely roll through. I'm not surprised that Diable's going to pick himself up a player of the game right here. He has been an absolute monster so far. If you don't care about D+ and you don't care about BFX, you should care about this man. This is a name that people should start learning now before he's all over our screens at internationals in the next couple years.
And I'm super excited for that moment, Bloxxer. BNK FEARX, they were knocked out of the season playoffs in the LCK by D+ Kia, 3-1. Now they will get one more best of 5 against that team to try and right their wrongs. That will do it for us here today. But before we go, we're going to give a big shout out to our Elite Coffee supporters, Aaron Soup, Mung, Forest Without, and owners of a Silmaril, because their pledged financial contributions help level up the broadcast to give back to the cast and crew to strive to give you an English LPL product every single day. And there is one more day of English LPL product, even though it's 2 LCK teams. Tomorrow, 4 a.m. is our call time, I believe, for Eastern time. I don't know what time we're actually starting again. We're starting mad early, mad late. I don't know, man. But tomorrow we have games. Show is live at 3:30 a.m. PST, so that's 6:30 a.m. EST. And if you're in a different time zone, whatever, you can figure it out yourself.
It's at like 11:30 in the morning over in the UK.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be Alk Battery and Mazel on the broadcast to take us out. That does it for us here today. Thank you all so much for watching. For myself, for Bloxxer, for Alk Battery behind the scenes, and the entire LPL English family, we thank you all for being with us here today. We hope to see you tomorrow for some more ASI action.